I don't know if you saw Bernie on Fox or not. It was amazing. Progressive politics work in the red state Midwest. It's just incredible. Check it out and leave your comments. Don't forget to ding the bell and subscribe to our channel. We've been talking about over the last hour about how Donald Trump and the billionaires who own Fox News and, well, specifically Rupert Murdoch and the New York Post, billionaires who own radio and TV stations around the country, billionaires who own the Republican Party, how they're all very, very happy to have us hate each other, right? As long as people who aren't billionaires are fighting. Oh yeah, that, Ilhan Omar, let's go on after her, right? She's black, she was a refugee, she's a woman, she's a liberal, she's a Bernie-crat. Yeah, go after her. And this kind of stuff is like, it's happening all across America now, with this promotion of hate. Essentially, I don't know how else to describe it. It's just a naked promotion of hate by the President of the United States now. And even when the news media comes to him and says, "Hey, wait a minute, you want to step back from that?" He goes, "No, it's all good." Meanwhile, Americans are waking up and moving past the rhetoric of the Republican Party. Now, the reason why Donald Trump is selling hate is because he's got no plan to deal with banking crises. He's got no plan to deal with monopoly crises. The fact that it's almost impossible to start a small business in America anymore. And because the big businesses, so, even the medium-sized businesses are being consumed left and right. He's got no plan to deal with the infrastructure crisis that we have. He's got no plan to deal with the fact that about half of our schools have lead in their drinking water, or for that matter, just Flint, Michigan. He's not no plan for any of this stuff. Right? The Republicans don't solve problems. They create problems. And they create problems by shoveling as much money as they can out of the middle class into the top 1%. That's what they've been doing for, since the 1960s, and it's what they're going to continue doing forever. So having an agenda that nobody agrees with causes people, how do you get elected? Well, you get elected by saying, don't vote for the other guy, you should hate him. He's different than you, or she's different than you. But when somebody walks into the fox's den, as it were, in this case, Bernie Sanders walking into Fox News last night, they went on the road, they went to rural Pennsylvania. They found a very, very, a part of Pennsylvania that voted for Donald Trump in the last election. And Fox News invited Fox News viewers to come. So this was an audience made up of Fox News viewers. And Bernie laid out, a whole bunch of really great stuff. Louise and I watched this last night. In fact, Fox had it on. I mentioned yesterday I was kind of bummed out that I wouldn't be able to watch it because, we have Sling at home and I don't have Fox. I'm not willing to pay for Fox. But last night, Fox, after the debate was over, or after the town hall was over, they put it up on their website at foxnews.com. And so, we laid in bed last night and watched it before we went to sleep. And Bernie was just incredible. Now, I understand. I absolutely get it now why, and I support the decision, by the way, now that I've seen this. I saw what Bret Baier and Martha MacCallum did. For the reason why Tom Perez is saying we're not going to have any DNC debates sponsored by Fox News. I get it now. Because the questions were gotcha question after gotcha question after gotcha question, trying to personalize everything, trying to go after, oh, you're a millionaire, Bernie, now? You can't talk like that. This kind of stuff, right? Trying to control the frame. I mean, they were really good at what they did. And I think, frankly, a less experienced politician or somebody who didn't believe the things that he was saying all the way down to the bottom of his feet, like Bernie does, would have been eaten alive by Bret Baier and Martha MacCallum last night. I think about half the Democrats who are running would have been eaten alive by those two. And, it's not a slam on the Democratic Party. It's just Fox News is that good. I mean, to have brainwashed almost a third of America as effectively as they have, you've got to be good. But Bernie walked in there and he ate their lunch to the point that the Fox News, hardcore Fox News viewers are like tweeting rage. I mean, Bret Baier tweeted out, well, it started out, Donald Trump tweeted out, "So weird to watch Crazy Bernie on Fox News. Not surprisingly, Bret Baier and the audience were so smiley and nice. Very strange. And now we have Donald Brazil." He's like, you know, he's throwing shade on Fox News. So Bret Baier replies and says, "Thanks for watching, Mr. President. We'd love to have you on a town hall soon, or even an interview on Special Report. It's been a while. We cover all sides." And in response to that, Bret got all these attacks. You know, Richard Savner, "Did Bernie address what happens to the 180 million with private insurance, the private healthcare companies and their employees in the medical community's stance? And last, where has this model proven successful? Fox did him a favor, not the other way around." Well, actually, it's been proven successful in every other democratically controlled country in the world, every other, you know, republic, successful democracy. Okay, Jay Aaron tweets, "Tough questions asked? No. You let him skate on his Medicaid for All program. Why didn't you ask him if he's going to mandate salaries of doctors? If he'd answered yes, which you'd have to do to be honest, ask the effect it would have on the country." Well, actually, no, Bernie's not saying the doctor's salary should be mandated. That's not how Medicare for All works. See, this is the thing. People who watch Fox News don't understand the issues. Miha T tweets, "It was nauseating to see what Bernie Sanders is tweeting about the debate. Nothing but attacks on Fox and President Trump, and using the audience to say, 'We, the true Trump supporters, also buy into the socialism nonsense.' Disgusting. How'd you let this get so weird?" And then another one, Fox News, this is from SB Boisson. He says, "Fox News is gradually going into the dark side. I was shocked to see them bowing to him. What pisses me off is that CNN and the other haters treat all of us, not only the president, all of us like crap. No respect, nothing. They call for violence against Republicans and you." And then ends with a smiley face and a kiss. Right. Well, here's a little clip of Bernie on Fox News in the Fox Town Hall last night after they tried to, screw him up on health care.
I want to ask the audience a question. If you could raise your hand here. A show of hands of how many people get their insurance from work, private insurance, right now. How many get it from?
It's about 2/3 of the audience raising their hands.
Now, of those, how many are willing to transition to what the senator says, a government-run system?
That's actually more than 2/3 of the audience. And they're applauding, right? Yeah, sign me up. And you could see Bret Baier and Martha McCallum sitting there going, "Holy cow, you know, this is not good. This is really not good." Bernie, it was just incredible. And as I've said, I'm not endorsing anybody in the race right now. We've got some really great candidates, you know, but there's a reason why Bernie is way out ahead, and it's that he's speaking from his heart. He's telling his truth. You may disagree with it, but he's telling us his truth. There was an interesting piece, and I think it was the New York Times this morning, it might have been the Washington Post, about how David, what's David's last name? The guy who started Media Matters, David Brock. He used to be a right-wing hitman. Now he's a left-wing hitman. And he and a bunch of other very, very high-profile, very powerful Democrats got together to figure out what to do about, quote, the Bernie problem. Right? How do we keep Bernie from being the nominee? They've convinced themselves that if Bernie is the nominee, the election is going to go the same way it did with George McGovern, because George McGovern was too liberal, you know, and really that had nothing to do with it. George McGovern was a terrible candidate. He had good opinions. He did not know how to deal with Richard Nixon. Bernie knows how to deal with Donald Trump, and pretty much anybody else. I mean, don't forget, you know, Bernie won West Virginia, Bernie won Michigan, Bernie won Wisconsin, Bernie won 23 states. I mean, you know, and in some cases walked away with it. And I'm convinced that anybody with Bernie's message and the willingness to speak the truth the way Bernie does, and in my mind that includes at the very least Elizabeth Warren, and hopefully a number of other candidates. We're still waiting on many of them to get their entire, you know, the whole spectrum of their agenda laid out. But I think that any genuine progressive in this cycle will win, period. And has a much better chance of winning than some, you know, quote, moderate.